Hey everyone, this is Bert Copeland with New Life CFO Services and hope you're having a great week. I wanted to share with you a couple of thoughts that I run across during the week when I have different conversations that either raises concerns or interesting observation or a new challenge or dynamic that's in the marketplace. This week's conversation focuses on the value of accounting when you're starting a business or when you have a small business. Now, the interesting thing is I was talking to this business owner and they were really questioning, golly, I'm not so sure I really need accounting. I'm not so sure why I'm really spending the money to do accounting. And this isn't one of our clients, but I thought that was just stunning. So here is my perspective on that. Is one of the important things about managing or looking at investing in accounting as a service or as a functional area in your business is you're really investing in one of two things. Number one, you're investing in how you manage probably your largest asset that you own. And number two, you're investing in your own personal and corporate credibility. So today we're going to talk about the investment that you're investing in. So if you looked at the average entrepreneur, here's what you're going to find. The average entrepreneur, and I think it's close to 80% reflect this dynamic, is either somebody who used to be in sales or somebody who used to be in operations or service delivery who has built a better mousetrap. Now, the salesperson probably wanted just, they got tired of making money for somebody else, says, you know what, I'm going to go do this on my own. And that's fantastic because those two profiles represent 80% of our entrepreneurs. What it doesn't represent, though, is people that have skill sets in financial management or in accounting. That's okay. We have lots of accountants out in the world. And we probably don't need a whole lot more. Quite frankly, we probably need a lot more entrepreneurs. So I'm glad that 80% is there. At the same point in time, let's recognize that each of us has different gifts. And if your gifts are in sales and operations, kudos, congratulations, because you're going to do quite well. However, I'm going to question the whole concept about why you need accounting. So this person was going on, accounting, it's just overhead. And it's just an expense that I don't want. And I thought that was really interesting because most people who have started a business, I'll tell you that business represents somewhere between 65% to 80% of their total net worth. And they're basically making a decision of, I want no financial information about how I manage 80% of my total net worth. Now, there's not a person out there at all that invests in stocks or bonds or rent houses that does so with no information whatsoever. But you're willing to do so with 80% of your net worth? So let's back up from that. So too often the analogy is somebody goes, well, I probably do need some accounting. Somebody needs to do my QuickBooks and everything else. And, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. And they're saying that because of the ignorance in the marketplace. If you really understood the accounting services, outsourced accounting services, of which there's a lot of them, and in video number 2, I'll name several of them, then you would understand that it's really not a very expensive proposition to get your numbers right. But what people generally do, because they don't know those resources, they go, oh, geez, where am I going to get somebody to do my books? Where am I going to get somebody to do QuickBooks for me? Because I'm not doing that stuff. I hate it. And so they look around and go, golly, I went to church. I was in Sunday school class and Bill's unemployed, really looking for something to do. And while he's never really done QuickBooks before, he's willing to step in and learn as much as possible by watching some YouTube videos. Great job, Bill. Unfortunately, Bill probably has different gifts, and accounting's not one of them. So all we did was double down on accounting ignorance is all we did. And at the same point in time, what ends up happening is our accounting records, our books, our financials, whatever, are not reflective of what's really going on. So this is really important as far as managing your number one asset. So I'll ask this question. What is the likelihood that you can make really good decisions based upon bad, wrong, or untimely information? Because when I jump into new companies, I can tell in a heartbeat that their financials are jacked up. Usually by looking at their balance sheet or volatility of their activities and their income statement. And for somebody that really knows accounting and financial stuff, it's pretty apparent when your books are jacked up. And then I'm coming to the credibility part in message number 2. So again, how comfortable are you in managing the outcomes of your family, making decisions based upon bad data? So I'm going to change the philosophy for you here. When you're looking at accounting, You need to be thinking about, this is the most critical way that I keep the pulse on my business. It's like a doctor strapping an EKG to your business and constantly telling you what's going on with your pulse, your heart rate, your blood pressure, and all these other dynamics. Now, you may not listen to all the data at a point in time, and you may not look at it every day, but the good data is there for you to examine. So when you take that approach, it's the equivalent of making sure that you're building your business on a solid bedrock. Kind of a biblical perspective, you know, the sandbar versus the bedrock. And only the wise person builds their house on a solid foundation. And only the fool builds their house on a sandbar because it's going to wash away. And when you're looking at poor accounting or under investing in your accounting, let me tell you something. You're investing in bad decision making and you're investing in a sandbar. Hope you'll I hope you will join me for video number 2, and we'll talk about how you're really invested in your credibility. Take care.